this is Karen.
Hey everybody, this is Shane.
Today we're looking at part 1 of New Search, New Rules. And the vocabulary words are recognition.
Recognition.
The company's voice recognition technology is unmatched.
Unmatched. Vast.
Raw, vast.
Modern computers are designed to handle vast amounts of data.
Hairdresser.
Hairdresser.
The hairdresser gave me some advice about the proper way to care for my hair.
Adapt.
Adapt.
Emily needed a few months to adapt to her new school.
Visible.
Visible.
Social media helps our company stay visible to our customer base. So we're talking about voice recognition and voice search.
Yeah, and using what's that called? A voice assistant?
That's right.
Yeah, so do you ever speak to like Siri or Google when you're trying to do a search?
Well, right now I still just type in the keywords. If I want to search or do some research on something, I just type in, because I guess I'm more used to it. But it is becoming more popular among a lot of people.
Yeah, and when you get used to it, it is much more natural because it's like how you would ask a friend a question.
That's right.
Like you could say, how tall is Taipei 101? Right? And you just, very naturally, the results will come back.
Yes.
And
so it's becoming really, really popular. But do you remember back in the days when this technology just came out, it was actually very hard. Sometimes if you have an accent or you're not pronouncing something accurately, and then they cannot pick up on what you're saying. But now I think they're solving that problem.
Yeah, the technology has really advanced. So
that's right.
If you haven't tried it in a while, you should retry it because it is getting better and better. And businesses are having to begin to adjust to this new way of searching for things. We'll talk about that more later.
Definitely. Okay, so let's learn more about the voice search.
New search, new rules. Once upon a time, when you searched for something on the internet, you'd type your query into a search engine. However, more and more searches are now made using a different method, voice search. Due to advances in speech recognition technology and the voice assistants that frequently come built into smartphones, people are increasingly relying on conversational interactions with their devices.
Today's lesson is called New Search, New Rules, Part 1. Hi everyone, my name is Jeff.
And I'm Mike, and we're always searching for things. Of course, you're searching for things in the real world. Where are my keys? Where did I put my wallet? Where's that thing I was using? But more and more people aren't searching in the real world, because if they can't find it in the real world, they look online. Yes, we're talking about internet searches.
Googling.
That's another way of saying it. You're trying to find that restaurant or that place, you're meeting your friends, you're looking for gift ideas, or there's that movie that guy was in. What was the name of that movie?
Type that into Google. You might actually get a pretty good answer. What was that movie that guy was in? Google might auto-complete that for you.
Possibly.
How about that?
It's amazing.
Anyways, new search, new rules. Let's get into things. Yeah, once upon a time, when you searched for something on the internet, you'd type your query into a search engine. There you go. You'd go ahead and you Google that thing. However, more and more searches are now made using a different method, voice search. Okay, so before you would be typing. Now, you're just talking.
That's right, because you can use your voice to talk to your computer, kind of. Well, yeah.
There's a microphone, and Google can access your microphone, and you can talk to Google, apparently.
That's basically how it works. As we read, due to advances in speech recognition technology, your computer knows it's your voice, and the voice assistants that frequently come built into smartphones, people are increasingly relying on conversational interactions with their devices. Now, that long sentence with lots of big words isn't so scary. It's basically just saying because computers are getting smarter and can recognize your voice, people are talking to their computers or asking their computers for searches rather than doing it the old way.
Yeah, if you have an Amazon account, you have Alexa that you can talk to. If you've got an Apple account, you've got Siri you can talk to and stuff like that. Yes, there have been a lot of advances in Siri and in Alexa, in these AI speech recognition forms of technology. By the way, here we do have the word recognition to talk about. It's a noun. Recognition is often the ability to tell who someone is or to be able to tell what something is. It's your ability to identify something or to recognize something. And apparently, AI these days, if they hear your voice, they're able to interpret that or analyze it in some way and figure out what you're talking about. That's what voice or speech recognition is all about. For example, the company's voice recognition technology is unmatched. Yes, they're the best in the biz. Their AI is the best when it comes to voice recognition.
Interesting. And we often use this recognition in the world of tech, right? Fingerprint recognition to open a door, that facial recognition, those cameras that take pictures at the airport. It's all computers using this data, a picture of your face, your fingerprint, the sound of your voice to say, oh, it's this person or it's that person. Interesting stuff. We'll take a break and then we'll be back.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。同学们在网络上搜寻东西的时候，你是用打字的还是用语音输入的呢？像我就还蛮常使用 Google 或是 YouTube 的语音搜寻功能，尤其是像你手湿湿的时候，或者手上刚好有拿东西不方便打字，这个功能就很好用我们这2天的课文就是关于语音搜寻。课文第一个段落提到，因为语音辨识技术的进步，还有智慧型手机里面常常有内建语音助理，现在人们越来越依赖用电子装置来进行对话互动。好，先来看单字 recognition。recognition 它表示辨识、识别，像我们可以说 speech recognition 表示语音辨识， facial recognition 表示脸部辨识，那么 fingerprint recognition 表示指纹辨识。好，补充单字用到 query 这个字，它表示问题或是询问。那么 conversational 是形容口语的、绘画的或者是交谈的。还有文中用到 search engine 就表示搜寻引擎。接回课文中。
New search, new rules. Unlike typed searches, a vast majority of voice searches are expressed in natural language. They're also much more likely to use direct question words such as what, where, when, how, and why. For example, if you were searching for a reasonably priced hairdresser, your text-based query might be cheap hairdressers, but with voice search, you'd most likely ask your device, where can I get a cheap haircut near me?
Okay, typing when you're searching on the internet is fast becoming a thing of the past. Yes, it's all about speech recognition these days. Yes, unlike typed searches, a vast majority of voice searches are expressed in natural language. So when you're typing things, perhaps you're formatting it for Google. You're trying to figure out the shortest and most efficient way to type that in. Whereas when you speak, you just say that. You express what you're saying in natural language. So apparently this is something that differentiates typed searches from voice searches.
Interesting. This is data that the computer makers and the software creators have gathered over time, and it's shown that huge, or the vast majority, the bigger majority, the much bigger majority of voice searches are done in natural language. Vast is an adjective that just means huge or really, really big. Russia is a vast country. The Titanic was a vast ship. It was really, really big, really, really huge. For example, modern computers are designed to handle vast amounts of data, not like the computers from the 60s or 70s, which had much less power than a smartphone.
Much
less power.
Anyways, more on voice searches. They're also much more likely to use direct question words, such as what, where, when, how, and why. How about that?
Is a very good point. And here's a good example to kind of understand the difference between the old text-based query or search and a voice search. For example, if you were searching for a reasonably priced hairdresser, your text-based query might be cheap hairdressers or cheap hairdressers near me or something like that.
You would try to make things as short and sweet as possible.
You would never speak that way.
Yeah, that's not the way that people talk naturally. Anyways, before we move on, let's talk about this word hairdresser. Now, growing up, I used to go to a barber. A barber would cut my hair. I'd go there with my dad. The barber would cut his hair too. That's what a barber does. Now, a hairdresser does this and a little bit more. A hairdresser might work at a salon and not at a barber shop. And a hairdresser not only cuts hair, they might style it too or change the color of hair and stuff like that. That's what a hairdresser does. For example, the hairdresser gave me some advice about the proper way to care for my hair.
All right, back to the article. But with voice search, so we had that cheap hairdressers or cheap hairdressers
that was text-based.
Near me. That's how you type it into Google in the old way. But with voice search, you'd most likely ask your device, where can I get a cheap haircut near me? You would ask the phone as you would ask a friend or someone on the street you're stopping to get help. You would use natural language. That's a big difference, and we need computers to be able to understand that.
Well, lucky for us, we do now have computers that can understand that.
Aren't we lucky?
Voice search is amazing. All right, folks, with that, it is time for us to take a short break, but don't go away. We'll be back soon.
我们用打字搜寻的时候，一般都是打关键字，不会打出一整句话来。不过，大多数的语音搜寻是用自然的语言表达的，那这就是语音搜寻和打字搜寻的区别。刚刚 Jeff 老师用到 differentiate 这个动词。differentiate 表示区别。好，那这边还有一个单字是 vast。vast 是形容词，形容广大的、巨大的。那课文提到说，语音搜寻可能会用直接的疑问词，像是什么啊、在哪里呀、什么时候等等。举例来说，如果你想要找那种价格合理的美发师，你用打字搜寻，你可能会输入便宜美发师这样子。可是用语音搜寻，你也许会对着手机或是平板或是其他电子装置就问说，这附近剪头发最便宜的地方在哪里？这听起来是不是就好像在问朋友一样？好，那这边用到一个单字 hairdresser。hairdresser 表示美发师、发型设计师，意思就跟 hairstylist 一样。那 Jeff 老师说的 barber barber 表示理发师，那么 barber shop 就表示理发店。接话课文中。
New search, new rules. So what effect, if any, is this having on searches? For the person performing the search, asking a question rather than typing it is more convenient. However, a far bigger impact is being felt by businesses, which need to adapt to these new trends to remain visible online.
All right, the nature of search is changing. Text-based searches might just become a thing of the past. Voice search is the way of the future. Anyways, so what effect, if any, is this having on searches?
Good question. Well, the article tells us for the person performing the search, asking a question rather than typing it is more convenient. Well, it's true. Often when I'm thinking of searching something on Google, you have to kind of think about how to phrase the question, what words to put in what order, because you don't want to get back bad information or confuse the computer, make it more difficult.
Scale things down, find the important words and put them in the right order. But that's great for typing searches, but that's not the way that people interact with one another.
That's right. It's not as convenient. However, so we read, a far bigger impact is being felt by businesses, which need to adapt to these new trends to remain visible online. So the search results that pop up will be different depending on the question you ask. The cheap hairdresser question used to pop up A1 Salon, let's say as a fake name, right at the top. But when people asked their phones using natural language, maybe the results would change a little bit, and that, of course, will affect the businesses. The businesses need to adapt, and the software needs to adapt as well to the new voice searches. What is to adapt? To adapt is to basically change because of a new situation. Animals will adapt when the environment around them changes. You will adapt the things that you do as you get older. You'll adapt your clothing as the weather and the seasons change. So we alter things, we change them a little bit here, a little bit there to make them fit and to work well in the current situation as that changes too. For example, Emily needed a few months to adapt to her new school.
Anyways, it says here that these businesses, if they want to stay on top, they're going to have to remain visible or to stay visible. By the way, if you stay visible or remain visible, people can still see you. Yes, if you're visible, people can see you, okay? You're able to be seen. So here these companies, these businesses don't want to get lost in the search results. They want people to see their result. They want to be visible. For example, social media helps our company stay visible to our customer base. Yes, people see this company everywhere, even on social media, so they stay visible. People still see them. Okay, folks, with that, today's lesson is now in the books, and it's time for us to say bye-bye.
我们用打字搜寻的时候，不会打出整句话，而是会先想好要怎么缩小范围，找出关键字，然后才输入到搜寻引擎里面。刚刚 Jeff 老师用到一个片语动词 scale down， 就表示缩减、缩小。相反的 scale up 则表示增大、扩大。那这两个片语可以用在讲这个规模大小啊、数量或是范围上。好，那么课文接着谈到呢，用自然的语言来做语音搜寻会有什么样的影响？对我们来说，问问题当然是比打字还方便嘛。可是对企业来说，他们受到影响会更大，因为他们要适应这样的新趋势，才能够维持在网络上的能见度。那我们最后来看两个单字 ，adapt。Adapt 是动词，表示适应，像是要适应不同的情况或是用途。那么 Michael 在解释单字时用到 alter，alter 表示改变或是修改。下一个单字 visible 是形容引人注目的、看得见的。好，那么以上是今天的讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。大家好，我是 Hanny， 欢迎收看我们的文法单元。今天要介绍的文法重点有两个，第一个是 likely 的用法，第二个是与现在事实相反的假设句。好，我们先来学 likely 的用法。likely 可以当形容词或是副词。那它当形容词的时候是指很有可能的，可以用来表达几率很高。那以下介绍两种常见的句型。第一种是主词加 be likely to 加原形动词，表示很可能会怎么样怎么样。第二个句型是 it is likely 加上 that 子句来表达很有可能怎么样怎么样。好，我们来造个例句。Joe is likely to sign up for the singing contest. 好，这个句子也可以改成 It is likely that Joe will sign up for the singing contest. Joe 很有可能会报名那一场歌唱比赛。他可能还不知道唱什么歌曲吧？我知道他可以唱那个摇滚版的 Baby Shark。Baby Shark， Baby。好，对不起，我失态了。好，再来呢？ likely 它也可以当副词呢，表达有可能的。那这时候它的意思就会跟 probably 一样。我们常常会用 most likely 或者是 very likely 来表达非常有可能。好，举例来说 ，Which team will most likely win the game？ 哪一个队伍最有可能赢得那一场比赛呢？好，那最后我们来学 与现在事实相反的假设句。什么是跟现在事实相反的假设呢？我们平常可能会说，如果我是神力女超人，我会怎么样怎么样。如果我中乐透彩，我可能会怎么样怎么样。可是，在现实生活中，我不是神力女超人，也没有中乐透，只是在假设而已。所以，像刚刚那些例子，就是跟现在事实相反的假设。好，那么用 if 引导跟现在事实相反的假设句呢，可以用来表达现在几乎不可能或是完全不可能发生的事实或是愿望。它的句型是 if 加主词加过去式动词或是 were。主词加上 would、could 或是 might， 再加原形动词。特别注意哦 ，if 子句里面的动词是用过去式，那么如果它的动词是 be 动词，不管人称，我们一律都要用 were。至于主要子句呢，我们会用 would、could 或是 might 来加原形动词。那我们来造两个例句 ：If I were a bird,I would fly to every corner of the globe. 如果我是一只鸟，我就会飞去世界各个角落。好，再造个例句 ：If he had time, he would go to the movies with us. 如果他有时间，他会跟我们一起去看电影。可是事实上是他现在没有时间跟我们去，我们只是在假设他有时间的话。好，那么以上是今天重点整理，我们下次见喽，拜拜。
Everybody， 欢迎来到 English in Action。我是 Holly，I
am Shane。
今天的主题是什么？
他是个小气鬼。
谁 ？Frank。
不是啦，今天的主题啊。其实 Frank 也是个小气鬼。
OK， 但是我们一点都不小气，我们直接很大气的带你进入对话。
对话。Do you think Chris will let me borrow money to buy a new hat?
I hope he will, but he's so cheap, I doubt he will.
Something wrong with my hat?
No.
It's not too bad. I guess I don't need to really change it, right? It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's so cheap.
Yeah.
Cheap 就是非常的便宜。那这边不是
对，这个是要小心。
对，这边不是便宜的意思，这边只是说他不想花钱。
对，所以
对
context 是真的很重要，是在什么情况下说这句话，真是还蛮重要的。
对，
所以就跟钱有关系，可以说他 so cheap。Or you can say he's a penny pincher。
OK， 所以 penny 这个就是在美国是一个非常小的，就是比1块钱还小的一个数字，这样就钱啦。所以它是什么1分哦？1分钱这样嘛，所以 pincher 就是你好像就是连这么小的钱都要这样子做，
对，可能就是还是要分，要 pinch，
就是分得非常清楚，就是抓得非常的仔细这样，对，所以这样就是非常的小气。
最后的一个是从 Disney 来的，He's a Scrooge。
Scrooge， 他的故事怎么来呢？
对啊，你还记得 Scrooge 就是一个就是他是小气鬼啊。
对，所以其实美国就是有一个故事，就是 Scrooge 他是一个人物，然后他以就是非常小气闻名，然后到最后反正他就遇到很多一些鬼啊什么，然后他最后就变得非常的豪气大气这样子。对，所以 Scrooge 他原本是一个故事里面的人物，那后来就被用来形容非常小气。
Yes, don't be a Scrooge. You know what? We are not 小气鬼 at all.
No,
right?
We're not.
We're not Scrooges. We are not penny pinchers. We are not. What's the first one?
We are not cheap.
We're not cheap with our knowledge, giving our knowledge to you.
Yes.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. So if you need help,
看我们就对了。
He's so cheap.
He's so cheap.
He's a penny pincher.
He's a penny pincher.
He's a Scrooge.
He's a Scrooge.